What's going on there, YouTube? So, I had another question in the comments yesterday about offset and how some of the RC4wd drive stamped wheels are adjustable offset and how does that work. And I got this idea with these exact wheels. Facebook friend and YouTube viewer Marcelo, he's building a Suburban out of these RC4wd drive Blazer bodies. And he had these same wheels and he reversed the offset and it gave it a much better look for that wider body. So I'm going to run that here on these trucks. So this is what we're starting with. This is a 155 plain steel Landy, Land Rover type steel wheel that RC4wd drive makes. And that's what it looks like factory when you build it right. And these wheels are a narrow offset. They're designed to tuck more under the fender of the truck. And you can reverse them and make them stick out more, and they'll look like this. And I think that looks more like an American vehicle's steel wheel. I think that's more the look that I want for this truck here. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how that all works, and yeah, we'll get started. First, I wanted to show you side by side here. I've got the one I've done already on this side, and this is the factory. So you can see this is actually, it's kind of hard to see, it sticks out just a little past the edge of the fender. And if you look over here on the other side, it doesn't. It's about 5mm narrower. And it, you know, I'm not saying one way's right or one way's wrong. It's just, I think this being a big American 80s 70s truck, tires are going to stick out a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do for right now. I'm not dead set on this tire and wheel combo. I like the way it looks, but I think being a big redneck American truck, it might need a little bit bigger tire, like I've got on my Blazer, running those big IROCs. But we're still a long way from picking all that out. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to show you this, widen these up, and let's see what it does. Alright guys, so the first step here is to take all your bolts out and pull the hub out. Now these have, like I said, these are designed for a narrower track width. These have the hubs that have the pin made into it, so you don't have to use the 12mm hex. These just go straight on the axle with the pin, and that's the front of it. I've got a washer in there because I was having some issues with some scale hubs not being deep enough. So all we're going to do is turn it around, and then we're going to reinstall our hex, hang on to it, from the back. And we're just going to reinstall all of our bolts like you would a normal bead lock, and that's it. And that's going to make the tire stick out a lot further. You can see this puts your pin almost flush with the outside of the tire, as opposed to when it's in here and it's a good 5mm or a little bit more inside the wheel. And like I said, this isn't going to work on, it's not going to look right on every body, it's not made for everything, but that's part of the design of the wheel, is that it can be interchanged. You can flop it around, and you got a wide body like this Blazer body, and it'll make the tires stick out a little bit further and look a little bit more scale. I'm not going to go through the whole process of putting all these little screws in. I'm going to do it here off camera because it's just tedious and I say lots of cuss words. But it does help to have good tools. I've got this nice, what is that, a 0.5? 1.5. And then I've got these, I bought a set of these WeHa German brand nut drivers, and I use this for all my scale hardware. These are nice, solid, durable. I've broken a few of the little sockets that RC4wd drive scale hardware comes with, and I've broken even some of the nicer wrenches that I've gotten from Locked Up RC for their hardware. Just not as durable as that. I mean, that's pretty massive compared to this little tip in there. So you get what you pay for. I think I paid $37 for a set of 8 of these. Some of them I won't use, but the smaller ones are perfect for the scale hardware. This is a 4 by 60, and it fits my scale nuts on my beadlocks, so that helps speed up the process a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this one out, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them on the truck. Alright guys, I got all 4 done. It gives it a much more aggressive looking stance. It's hard to tell still since I've got so little bit of the body on here, but it's going to help with stability, having a wider stance. It's also going to make it rub a little more, but that's all stuff we'll worry about later. I think it looks a little more correct for this year model and body style of truck. Have a more deep dish rally wheel look. But yeah, it's a good tip. That was a neat idea I got from Marcelo. And y'all check out my Facebook. I think he's got a link on there somewhere. If not, you can find him. He's got a Blazer or a Suburban build going. He's winding up with it, and he's got these same wheels on there, reversed like this. But still got a long way to go on this truck. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to try to do a straight side. I did get a comment in the last video about doing a step side bed, and I've been thinking about it all day, about how to go about building a step side, and it's a lot of work. It might be doable for me, but I don't know. I've always been a fan of the straight sides. I've got 2 straight side Chevys sitting in the driveway right now. I've only had 1 step side ever, but different body style. So I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to rush into anything. I'm just going to keep going with the flow here, and we'll see what we end up with when we're done. That's how I like to do it. But anyways, y'all stay tuned for more, and please like, subscribe, and share, and follow along on Instagram for sneak peeks of videos coming. Thank y'all. See you in the next video.